Hello everyone, I'm Reshma Pandey and today I'll talk on remove the clutter from your life. We are overexposed to a lot of things in our life today. To further add on, there is a one-way traffic. There is inflow of lot of informations and everything around us, but there is marginal or no outflow. What does this indicate? This indicates that all of us are in a habit of hoarding things and harboring feelings within us. We don't even realize that there is no much space left for anything new to come in. Say we step into the house and it is full of furniture, utensils, showcase matters, everything. There is hardly any space if you have to get anything new. Say your office desk. It is full of stationery and the files lying unorganized. The moment you want to work, unless you move things from here to there, you cannot work on your own desk. Take an example of your cupboard. The moment you open the cupboard, it is full of your clothes and your accessories and a lot many things which you may not be using, not only frequently but not even regularly. Coming to the mind, we harbor a lot of feelings of grudge, prejudice, guilt, regret, etc. We do have some happy moments preserved in our minds, but generally when we talk about clutter, it relates to the negative feelings that we have in our mind. Now, what is the point in hoarding and harboring these feelings within us? Why do we hoard and why do we harbor? The simple answer to this question is in anticipation of one day I'll be using it, in anticipation of maybe I'll get a chance to bounce back, in anticipation of if not today, tomorrow this will be of some use, and in anticipation of let me get a chance and I'll give back. So basically the reason behind hoarding and harboring is the future activity which may or may not occur. For this uncertain anticipation, we keep on hoarding things in our house, in our life, in our mind, in our heart, everywhere around us. There is a need to declutter these things. It is very, very important that you remove this clutter from your life. Unless you get out the things which are not required, you'll not be able to fill in the things which are required. And priorities in life keep on changing. What is important today, what holds immense value today, may not be holding the same value tomorrow. And keeping all these things in a heap and the heap going on increasing day by day will crash someday. So it is very, very important to understand this. We basically do not realize and accept the fact that we have the habit of hoarding and harboring things. Even the nature gives us the hint that the flower which blossoms in the morning withers away by evening or maybe another day, giving space to the new one to bloom. But we do not realize that every day the single moment that we pass doesn't come again, and hence the priorities and importance and values of our life keep on changing. And by keeping these things in our house, in our surroundings, in our mind, we are doing nothing but increasing the space to the level where there will one day be no space for anything to come in. There are lots of good, better and best things in life which are waiting. But unless you give the way, how will they enter in your life? There are a lot of ways to declutter. When it comes to things, If you keep on rearranging and organizing your things, surroundings in the house and in the office and elsewhere, wherever you think you have been hoarding, because no matter how many lofts we have and no matter how many storage places we have, they are always full or maybe over full when it comes to hoarding things. Make sure that if you're not using things, give it to somebody. And if they are of very, very limited use, ensure that you do not hoard them for years for just a day's use. Something which can be either borrowed or can be bought when required, because the use is very, very limited, need not be hoarded in our house for years together. The other way is maintain a to-do list. Lot of people teach us about the fact that write down your priorities so that in your day-to-day life you exactly know what you have to do and you don't mess up in your mind. Remember one thing, your mind and your surroundings has a very good connection. If your surrounding is mess, your mind will be messier. And if your surrounding is clean, your mind will be clear. There will be clarity in your mind. So always remember this and make sure that your surroundings are clear so that you have the clarity in your mind also. Go and see some friends someday. It is not necessary that you always go and complain, but meeting your friends regularly is a way to vent out your good and your bad experiences through this lifespan. There are things which we keep in mind, we harbor feelings in our mind. Forgive or throw out those feelings, making sure that you learn the lesson from what it has given you and letting the rest go. There are a lot of ways of decluttering yourself. Everyone can find one's own way, one's own method, individual ways of decluttering. But what is important is to realize that I need to declutter. Most of us fail at this step itself, that I need to declutter my mind and my surroundings. The moment you realize and you accept that you need to declutter on regular basis, you'll have lots of ideas to ensure that you don't hoard or harbor, and to make sure that there are lots of things waiting in your life to come in, be it in form of things or be it in form of feelings. Give way to things that are happening in your life on day-to-day basis, and unless you make space for things to come in, for feelings to come in, for positive things to happen in your life, for the good, better, best which is waiting in your life, you will not be able to experience it, and you'll always live in the past, which is may or may not be good or bad, but the future which you're anticipating and the past which you're chewing are both, one is gone and one is yet to come. But in between is the life that you are living on regular basis. To ensure smoother, simple and peaceful life, make sure you declutter yourself time and again, and that's going to be a wonderful experience throughout your life. Thank you for watching this video.